Hey guys, I'm Becky from Bookmarks Reviews, and welcome to my Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban reading vlog. It is finally time for me to start book 3 of the Harry Potter series, and I'm very excited because I did already start it last night. I am on chapter 4 now, and already it has quite a few changes from the movies. So I'm very excited to finally get into where I can separate the two, and I'm just really looking forward to it. I feel like in my previous reading vlogs, I have not shown off the beauty of these editions. These are my favorite editions, even though they are unfortunately in paperback, which I usually prefer hardcovers for all of my books, but they are just stunning, and it is the edition that makes up the Hogwarts castle when they are all put together. So I will show a close-up to you guys of just how amazing this cover is. I absolutely love it. I just think that it's so stunning. Every single one has beautiful artwork, and I just can't stop looking at them, to be totally honest. So like I said, I did start it last night, and I am on page 60. I started listening to the audiobook, and I'm just so happy to be back, you guys. My husband was listening to it with me. I decided not to use headphones and just listen to it out loud, and he was really enjoying it and even said that he had a pretty good time listening to it with me. So hopefully he will decide to listen to this one and the rest of them with me. That would be super cool. I did want to give a little disclaimer to you guys. I have two noisy things going on in the background. I have my neighbor who is jamming out, and then I have some construction going on in the neighborhood, so you might hear some backup beeping and other construction noises. It's out of my control, you guys, and it is what it is. So what I need to do today before I keep going, I do want to see if there's anything that I want to annotate. I think there might be a couple, not very many. So that's what I'm going to do first. And then I think what I want to do is watch the movie today. I think I'm going to watch up to what I have read so far to see what the differences are, because I think that there are quite a few. So some of the differences that I am noticing, but I'm going to confirm when I watch the movie really quick, is when Harry receives the creature book. I don't remember him getting it at the Dursleys' house. I thought he was at the Leaky Cauldron when he received it, so I would like to find out when in the movie he got it, because in the book he gets it within the very first chapter while at the Dursleys. The other thing that I'm pretty sad that we didn't have in the movie is the phone call that Ron makes to Harry. I think it would have been super funny to see him yelling into a phone to talk to Harry, and I'm pretty positive we don't have that in the movie. And then the other things that I'm noticing is the night bus. So for one, in the book, the night bus is not nearly as magical and amazing as it is in the movie. I feel like I'm just not getting visually everything that the movie shows. And we also don't have the shrunken head, which I did hear that wasn't in the books. But for some reason, I just thought like maybe there'd be like something else to replace it, which pretty much is the young kid and the bus driver talking more. I've always wondered what the backstory is, and I'm not going to get it in the books, so I definitely need to do some research on that, because I've just always wondered why they decided to put that in. Yeah, I'm a little sad that the night bus isn't as magical in the books, because it's super duper magical in the movies. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and watch up to what I have read in the movie, and then tonight my husband and I will probably watch the entire movie and then keep reading. But I might read some more before finishing the movie. We will see. just doing some checking in. So earlier today I did go ahead and do some annotating. So I just have 5 tabs, much better than how I have been. So I did watch the first couple minutes of the movie to see the differences between what I have read so far, and there are actually quite a few. So like I thought, Harry does not get the creature book, while at the Dursleys he gets it when he gets to the Leaky Cauldron, and he doesn't get it from Hagrid. We also don't see any birthday gifts from his friends, and I just loved the scene from the night bus. It's just so magical. I really love the movie version of that scene a lot more than this one, but I do like how much more we see of Harry on his own in Diagon Alley. So far the book is better, but it is interesting to see the differences. So I have not picked up any more of this today so far. My plan is that tonight my husband and I will watch the rest of the movie, and I think that's my plan from now on with the rest of the books, is to watch the movie before I start reading it, so that way I can really identify the differences. Yeah, I'm just pretty excited. I can't wait to find out which one of the books is my favorite. I think I might listen to some more of the audiobook while taking a bath. That sounds really relaxing. I want to have a nice relaxing night tonight. So I think that is what I'm going to do. So I probably will not check back in with you guys until tomorrow, but maybe I'll check in tonight after the movie. Hey guys, it is now the next day, Saturday, March 9th, and last night I did go ahead and watch the movie for this book, so now I can easily recognize the differences. And so far from what I have read today, I have gotten up to almost chapter 6. I'm right at the end of chapter 5. And so far there are quite a few differences, but they are more like subtle differences that would make sense of why it is different in the movie. It is basically just taking a whole bunch of stuff and consolidating it. Nothing major has been changed thus far, and I'm hoping that maybe in this book, but I feel like as the series goes on, I'm hoping that there are some bigger changes from the books and movies. It would be nice if they are pretty well adapted, but I just feel like there's got to be more in these books. The books are always better, and so far I'm definitely enjoying the books. I love the movies, but these books are very, very good. I'm definitely enjoying my experience. I'm just hoping that there is some differences where I'm just like, oh, I can't believe the movie didn't put that in, or I can't believe this person was taken out, things like that. So far it's just been understandable changes that I realize needed to be made in order to make it a movie. But I will say so far, real good job to Warner Brothers, because these are excellent adaptations so far. Like, they did a really good job with books 1 and 2, and so far with book 3. So my plans for today is to definitely read a good chunk more of that. I was listening to some this morning while I was getting ready because I wasn't able to pick up any more yesterday. So today I definitely want to get a few more chapters read of this book, and I think it's totally doable. So I will check back in with you guys later today. Hey guys, it is Sunday night, March 10th, and I have read a very, very small amount of Harry Potter last night. I haven't read any of it today, and I don't think I'm going to pick up any before I go to bed, but I did finish all the way up to, I'm on chapter 7 now, so we are at Hogwarts. Again, so far I'm noticing a whole lot more changes. They are still very, very subtle changes. The other thing that has happened that I wish was included in the movie is the scene when Ron, Harry, and Hermione are looking for their divination class, and they ask the knight in the photograph to help them, and I just thought that was a really cool scene. I think that the movable artwork on the walls of Hogwarts is very interesting, and I think that's a very big appeal that people have about Hogwarts, is the moving staircases and the pictures that talk. So I think it is a little strange that they would cut out that scene, just because that does play such a big part in what Hogwarts is, and I think that would be really exciting to see them find it. But at the same time, you got to cut out some stuff in order to turn this into a normal length movie. So I get it, but at the same time, I wish they would have made the room to include that scene. So I think that is it of what I will be reading for this weekend. I have tabbed up to what I have read, and I'm doing pretty good with my tabbing. So I will check back in with you guys in a couple days when I pick this up again. Hey guys, it is Friday, March 22nd, and it has been about 2 weeks since I have picked up Harry Potter. I know. So I am still on the same part that I was the last time I updated. So I'm on page 123, which is chapter 7, where we finally meet the Boggart. And is it Bogart or Boggart? Now I don't know. But I'm very excited to jump back in. I'm hoping to finish this weekend. I'm hoping to get a good chunk today, read a bunch tomorrow, and then on Sunday while at work, hopefully finish it, since I have my entire shift to be working in the stacks, so I should be able to plug in my headphones and just work away all day. So I should be able to finish it this weekend. I'm hoping so that I can get this reading vlog up before the end of the month. So my plan today is that I want to clean up my computer. It is running a little slow, and I just kind of want to wipe everything that doesn't need to be on there. So while I do that, I'm going to listen to the audiobook, and when I get done, I will check in with you guys then. Hey guys, so it is much later in the day on Friday, and I listened to some of this while cleaning up my computer, and I didn't read a whole lot, but I read 2 chapters, so I am now on page 162. So I do still have a pretty large chunk of this to read, but that's okay. I'm debating on whether I want to read some more tonight. I kind of want to wait till Sunday when I'm at work and listen to it. It would be really nice to read at least half of what I have left and while at work, and then finish the very last half at home, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm not in the mood, or if it's kind of like I don't want it to end. I don't know how I'm feeling. So that is the plan. I may pick it up again tonight. I may pick it up tomorrow, but for sure this is what Sunday is all about. So I will update you guys again once I read some more. The Boggart was pretty different than how it is in the movie. Harry does not go up against it at all in the book. Well, in the classroom with everybody. In the movie he does, and I think that's more of just like for dramatics, because it was a pretty boring scene. I was expecting to have that scene, but we didn't have it, so that was interesting. I do agree with the movie adding it in because it was much more interesting and dramatic. The one thing though that I wish that they would have put in the movie that they didn't, but it is in the book, is one of the students makes mention about what comes up when Lupin is in front of the Boggart, and we know it's the full moon, but the student says that it's a crystal ball. But in the movie, no one takes notice at all. Like, no one says anything about it. So I always wondered in the movies why one of the students didn't say anything, like, oh, I wonder why he's scared of the full moon. I guess it would be like kind of obvious. I did like that it was mentioned in the book that they couldn't really tell what it is. They just saw a glowing orb and assumed it was a crystal ball, so I did like the mention of it in the book. It should have been in the movie, but yeah. So I am finding this one is so far the most different from the movie, so I'm pretty excited for the books after this, because those are the super long ones, which means there's no way that everything was included in the movies. As soon as I read more of this, I will check back in with you guys, but this is definitely getting done this month. I'm doing it where I read one a month. Hopefully. I can't promise that for the rest of the books because those ones are long, but hopefully I can stick to the one a month, if not a max of 2 months. I don't know. I don't want to put any restraints on myself. They're going to get done. Hey guys, just a quick update for you. So today it is Sunday night, and today at work I did listen to a pretty big chunk of Harry Potter, and I only have about 5 hours of the audiobook left. So So far, I'm really enjoying it. So far, it is having quite a few differences from the movies, which I'm really enjoying. One thing that I don't think happened in the movies, but it did happen in the books, and I really appreciated it, is that there's a scene where Lupin explains to Harry why the Dementors affect him so much. And I don't remember that happening in the movie, and if it did, it was like kind of brief, but in the books, like Lupin really divulges. So far, it is so stinking good. There's so many scenes I'm like, oh, why wasn't that in the movie? So I can only imagine how the rest of the books are going to be if already this one has so many changes. So I'm pretty excited. So the plan was to hopefully finish it by this weekend, but since it's Sunday night, that's not going to happen. So tomorrow and Tuesday at work, I'm going to hopefully listen to as much as I can. And then on Wednesday, I am headed to a conference for work. So hopefully on the 2-hour drive there, I can listen to some more of it. And if I don't finish it by then, which hopefully I do, I will be listening to it on the way back and any in-between time. Again, hopefully. So yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys real quick, let you know what I read today. And I think that is it. So as I read more, I will check in with you guys. Hey guys, it is currently Tuesday, March 26th, and I have read a whole bunch more of Harry Potter. I listened to 4 of those 5 hours, so I only have an hour left of the book. I am currently on page about 295, so I only have this very small amount left. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am enjoying this so stinking much. This is finally the book where there is a whole lot different in this book than the movie. Like, the first 2 books are very similar to the movies. They're done very well. They have like very far and few in between differences, and the differences they do have is more of just like, it makes sense why they would change that kind of thing, like time-wise, or to make it more cohesive. But the stuff that is different in this book, there's just so much different. And I am super duper far behind on tabbing this. I have not done that at all since the last time I did it, so I have a huge chunk to tab, but I'm hoping that that will make me tab a little bit less and not more. I just cannot get over the amount of differences. I'm so excited now to read the rest because I was hoping that they would be like pretty different. Like, they pretty much are 2 different mediums at this point. This one, for movie wise, The Prisoner of Azkaban has always been my second favorite. Anytime I rewatch the movies, I watch this one and I say, oh wait, maybe this is my favorite, and then I watch Goblet of Fire, I'm like, no, this is definitely my favorite. So I have just enjoyed this so very much because I love this story and everything. Like, this is just really where we start to really dive into the world and the people around Harry Potter. So I am just loving it. I kind of can't believe some of the things that they took out of the movie. We have all kinds of stuff going on with Hermione. It's just pretty stinking crazy that there's just so many differences. This is just bringing to light so many things, and there's just so many differences, both like subtle and pretty large at the same time. So I am just so stinking loving this. I will say though, there's another scene where I feel like the movie did it better, and that is the scene where Hermione confronts Draco. In the movie, she punches him in the face. In the book, she slaps him and then threatens to slap him again. And I just felt like that was a little too juvenile. I personally like the movie version where she punches him in the face. It was great. I'm just so happy because we are finally now to the point where the books are going to be better. Like, the first 2, they're so close to the movies that it's pretty equal. But once you get to book 3, there's so many more details. I'm just loving it. I can only imagine how much I'm going to love Goblet of Fire. It's just funny because I feel like now that we're on this one, I feel like books 1 and 2 deserve 4 stars instead of 5 because this is so much better than the first 2 books. And the only thing that is kind of annoying me about the books is, and hopefully it'll stop maybe in the next one, it's kind of driving me crazy that every book it's like Harry Potter, who's a wizard. Like, it constantly is recapping who these people are and what happened last year, and sometimes it's done because there was, a pretty big time span in between the books, that's usually why it's done in books, of having such a big recap, but it just really annoys me with the books because it's like everybody knows the story. Everybody knows who Harry Potter is. Everybody knows who Ron is. Everyone knows who Hermione is, who their parents are, who his uncle and aunt are. Like, we know that McGonagall is the head of Gryffindor. We know that Dumbledore is the head of Hogwarts. Like, please stop reminding me. So, I don't know. Hopefully that'll stop. If not, it's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of like annoying. Like, I know, you're wasting your breath. So I do only have about an hour left of reading this. And I think probably, I don't know if I want to just listen to the last part, because I've pretty much listened to this entire book. The other two I have gone on and off with reading and listening. This one I've pretty much strictly listened to. So I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and finish it up with audio or if I want to physically read the last little bit. But alright, I will check in with you guys when I finish this. I don't know if it's going to be tonight or if it'll be tomorrow. I'm hoping tonight. I don't know if it'll be tonight because I do have to pack, because tomorrow I leave for a conference for work. So I have to get a lot done tonight. So yeah, I think that's all that I have for you guys, and I will check back in with you when I finish it. Hey guys, so I am currently in a hotel room for my work conference that I'm at, but I wanted to come on here and tell you that I finished Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. It was so very good. I definitely like this book way more than the first two. The first two were very similar to the movies, which I still enjoyed because I do love the movies and that's all I've seen of Harry Potter, but this one was so different, and that's what I wanted. I wanted the books to be a whole different experience, and it totally was. So I am just loving it. I already started Goblet of Fire today, but I would definitely give Prisoner of Azkaban 5 out of 5 stars. What I just absolutely love is that the things that we learn in Prisoner of Azkaban in the movie, a lot of the stuff is just like, it's not explained. We're just told that it is because it is, basically. We're not really given a whole lot of explanations on a lot of things. Like the Marauders map, how that even came about is never explained in the movies, and the books do it so well because every single thing has an explanation and it's told to you, and I just really, really loved it. I was a little worried about the sci-fi elements of it because I knew the book was going to go in more depth than the movies, obviously. But because Prisoner of Azkaban does have the time turner in it, I was a little worried that it was going to get a little too sci-fi. But surprisingly, it didn't. It explained it really well and explained the laws of using it, and I just really, really enjoyed it. And I cannot wait to read fully Goblet of Fire because I just know it's going to be amazing. So that is the end of the Prisoner of Azkaban reading vlog, and then I will start the Goblet of Fire one. So I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you loved it and want to see more videos from me, go ahead and hit the subscription button. And if you want to be notified as soon as my videos go live on YouTube, go ahead and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!